Greetings, beautiful people. Welcome back to Uncle Lou's Kitchen, home of the best vegan soul food from around the world. Today, we're going to be making my version of a key lime pie. We don't have key limes where I am, so we're going to be using regular limes. Now, for the base, usually you'd be using something called graham crackers. We don't have those here either, so we're going to be using oat biscuits, also known as hobnobs. So I'm going to be using 15 of those, half a cup of plain white sugar, vegan butter, which I'm going to melt, and for the cake layer itself, 3 large limes, 1 teaspoon of spirulina powder, 2 teaspoons of agar powder, 200 grams of cashews which I've soaked overnight, 1 cup plain white sugar, and a can of coconut milk. Let's go. Now, as a first step, we're going to melt the butter. Oat biscuits. Next, we're going to add the sugar. I'm only using half a cup of sugar because these are actually quite sweet on their own anyway. I'm going to give these an initial blitz on their own. Once I've got it powdered down, I'm going to add in the butter. As you can see, we've now got breadcrumbs, which is where we want. I've got my 9-inch baking tin and I've lined it with some grease-proof paper. It's a very tacky kind of texture. Now with a cup. So after a few minutes, you've got it fairly evened out. What I'm going to do is just trim around and just pack it in further with anything that's fallen out, just to get it nice and uniform. And now with the base of our cup, very, very lightly, we're just going to tap. Now, we're going to pop that in the oven for 15 minutes on 180 degrees C or 355 degrees Fahrenheit. Preheat the oven first. Now, the limes. This is going to come in 3 stages. So we're going to take one whole one and we're going to shave it to get the peel off, and we're going to squeeze the other 2. So now we've got the zest of 1 lime. The next stage, we're going to peel this entirely, okay? Because I'm going to throw this into the blender alongside the cashews, because you'll find that limes tend to be 50-50 when it comes to juice. Some of them can be quite dry on the inside, some of them quite moist. I'm just going to use a peeler. If you see that you're struggling, do this. So after a while, you should end up with something like this. It's not going to be perfect. You can get it perfect if you want, but it doesn't really matter. As long as you've got the bulk of the thicker bits off, that's fine. All right, we're going to cut it in half just to make sure there's no seeds, and we're going to pop it in the blender. All right, guys, so now we're on to the filling. So we're going to start off with adding our cashews, our peeled lime, spirulina powder, sugar, and we're going to squeeze in our limes. Now we're just going to blend that all up until we've got a nice cream. Now you'll notice after the first round, there's still some chunks in there. At this stage, we're going to go in and add the coconut milk. Now, after all that, you should be left with a runny pastel green kind of cream. Now let's move on to the next stage. Low flame. Right, once it started heating up, we're going to add in our agar powder. Now to activate that, we need to bring it to a boil. Now make sure you got your crust ready and set aside, because once the agar is activated, I have to be quite quick in pouring all this in. As you can see, got my crust nice and stiff. Our lemon zest. This is the stage we're going to pour that in. Sprinkle that in. Make sure you save yourself enough for the garnish on the top. Now it's getting really, really thick. Pretty much ready. So I'm just going to transfer that now into the crust. Now the good thing with agar is that it sets very, very quickly, so we only need this to go in the fridge for a little bit. All right, now we refrigerate. Ready? Ta-da! Right, so that's now out of the fridge. Very nice, firm. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go around it with this vegan whipped cream around the edges. I'm going to do it off camera because I'm really, really bad at doing this, so I'm going to need to take my time because I don't want to ruin it for the photo, but that's about it. I'm going to slice through a piece once that's ready. I'll come back to you once it's done. Well, what do you know? Not that bad after all. Right. Now, once again, very, very easy recipe to make. Going to slice a piece open and I'll show you what it looks like on the inside after I take some photos. Alrighty folks, there you have it, vegan key lime pie. Now this recipe goes out to Tammy on TikTok. She challenged me to make this. Now I'm challenging you to recreate it. Let's have a quick taste test. As you can see, very, very nice, very creamy, stiff, exactly how it should be. Very nice. Oh, that's lovely. The cashews make it really, really creamy and nice as well, so I hope you'll enjoy this one. Now folks, if you did enjoy watching this recipe, please do leave a like, leave a comment down below, hit the subscribe button. Ciao for now, see you on the next one.